It's an hour before the Hanazuki panel, and we're the first in line. Suckers don't know what they're missing.
Can I have your attention, please?
Oh, no, don't have our
Will
attention.
a Vicky DeLuca please respond to the rotunda lobby on the ground level? Once again, Vicky DeLuca, please respond to the lobby, the rotunda lobby on the ground level by the exits. Thank you.
Thank you, weird god voice. I hope Vicky finds where she belongs, which is not here, in front of the Hanazuki line. Yes.
The next day. But first of all, we want to say hello, Hascon. Is everyone having fun?
Woo!
I think we could get a little, I know it's 4, but I feel like we could get a little more energy.
Woo!
Guys, you're the best. I love it. So is everyone having fun today?
Woo!
Most important part, right? Is anyone feeling maybe a little orange and wacky? Yeah, there's some crazy stuff going on. What about feisty? It's getting close to dinner time. I'm getting a little hangry myself, but I'll be good, I promise. So I am feeling super happy and super yellow. My name is Tori. I'm excited to have you guys here. I'll be your MC for the day. I know you're here for these people and Miss Hanazuki herself, but I'm excited to be here. So let me introduce you to our super fabulous, super awesome, superstar panel. To my left, we have Andrea Hopling. She's in charge of the brand across the entire world, and I guess Hanazuki's moon too, if we want to include that. Then we have Megan McCarthy. She's in charge of the Hanazuki animated series and all the wonderful storytelling. And then last but certainly not least, we have Jessica DeChico. She is the voice of Hanazuki and also some of my favorite Hemkas, Lime and Blue. So scared, you hear her screaming, and Blue, you hear her boo-booing. Alright, so show of hands, who in this room has seen Hanazuki? Oh my goodness, that is so cool. I was actually thinking we might have a little more newbies and be showing some new things to new people for the first time, but that's great. So even though we have many fans in the room, I'd like to ask Megan if you can give us a quick overview of the story.
Yeah, sure. So Hanazuki is about Hanazuki, a moonflower who's sort of tasked with protecting her moon and the creatures that live upon it, including her adorable little Hemkas. And she has a really fantastic superpower, and that is that her moods are actually a power that allow her to sort of protect her friends, to grow these amazing treasure trees that protect her moon from kind of a mysterious dark force that is descending upon it. And it really is about how moons are powerful and they're important and they're valuable and they're not something to suppress or to say or a negative thing, but it's really a celebration that how you feel is a way to make your world a better place.
Great, thank you so much. So I think I saw one or two who hadn't seen an episode, and for those who are big fans of the show, I'm going to show you my favorite episode. It's 111. It's where we get to meet Joey Bunnington, who's the hot dog after my own heart. He loves his cupcakes. And we also get to see a peek at all the other wonderful characters in this world. So just want to start off with this.
She said those big dark clouds up there are just like
Oh my goodness. We have the voice of Hanazuki there. Like, she is here. That's so cool, right? So I wanted to ask Jessica, seeing that episode, and as many of these fans have seen the series, what's it like to play Hanazuki?
Oh, it's amazing. And honestly, this is like, as an actress, as a voice actress, this is the best possible role because you get to play every single emotion that there is. It's like it's like meaty. It's like a meaty character. She's great. And I also play the blue Hemka and the green Hemka. So these represent emotions too. So this is just pure sad, crying all the time, and then screaming and terrified all the time. Which are also super fun to play.
When we were in line for the autographs, I kept telling people she boo-hoos a lot and screams a lot too. So, speaking of moods, we're going to play a little game. Everyone likes games, right? So, back to Jessica. I'm continually amazed at how voice actors can just transform from one character to the next. I do not have that talent in the slightest bit. But especially as you mentioned with Hanazuki, you not only play one character, but 9 extreme moods of one character. And so this is a screen from the app, which if you haven't downloaded, you gotta check it out. This is the mood wheel, and this is where you're asked every day how you're feeling. So I'm gonna call it a color, and I'm gonna ask that you say, find your mood power moon flower in that mood. Does that sound good? Alright. Alright, so how about red and spicy?
Find your mood power, moonflower.
Does anyone, we'll take 2 from the audience. Does anyone want to call it a color?
Orange.
Orange. Orange for wacky.
Find your mood power, moonflower.
And one more? Alright, wave it back. Yellow for happy.
Find your mood power, moonflower.
Let's give Jessica a round of applause. Alright, so another question for you. What is your favorite moment from season 1? And give us a little bit of reason why.
Oh, from season 1?
Mm-hmm.
That's a tough one. I actually, we recorded season 2, and I had this awesome, this amazing line that was just so powerful that can I say what it was, or is that like a spoiler?
I'm gonna ask these 2 ladies to my left. They have to say.
We stopped videotaping.
Yeah.
Okay. It was, Hanazuki says, we shouldn't feel bad for feeling bad, mad, sad, or scared. When we pay attention to how we feel, we tap into our ultimate power. And that just said so much. That just says so much to me. I don't know. It's you shouldn't be afraid of bad feelings, of feeling sad or feeling scared. I mean, they are good feelings. And they're empowering. So that's what I love about the show. That it just has such a great message, and that's what it focuses on from week to week. Is just how she handles her emotions, and I love that each emotion is represented by a color, because the world would be so dull without emotions, and this represents it in such a great way, I think.
Megan, what about you?
Gosh, from season 1, I hopefully folks have watched through to the end. If you haven't, it might be a little spoiler, but Kizuki, the character that is kind of the antagonist for her through season 1, has her character is someone who doesn't know how to do this, who doesn't know how to embrace her emotions, who actually thinks it's a bad thing to have emotions and spends sort of suppressing them the whole time. she has this really breakthrough moment where she finally, like, lets go and realizes that she's sad about something. And that's, like, this really amazing moment. And it's Hanazuki's character who helps her to see, like, that's okay. Like, let it go, let it out, and you're going to find that you're going to be able to have a much better life if you do. So that is just, like, a really super powerful message and moment from the show. Yeah, I really like that.
It's cool too how that translates into their friendship, their evolution of their friendship as well.
Yeah, exactly. They're kind of frenemies, and then they're a little more on the friend side and a little less on the enemy side.
Yeah, right. And what about you, Andrea?
So one of my favorite moments is less emotional, and more funny.
There's a lot of funny moments,
Yeah.
so we'll go with one.
You guys know Sleepy Unicorn, right?
Mm.
The laziest, sleepiest unicorn. Well, of course he's always looking for shortcuts and ways to get at his end goal a little bit faster before he falls asleep. And one of my favorite moments is when Hanazuki meets Sleepy Unicorn, and he's lounging and kind of hanging out with some of the Hemkas, and she comes up and she introduces herself and says, "Hi, I'm Hanazuki," and he's like, "Hanazuki? That's a lot of syllables. I think I'll just call you H." And that moment just, sticks with me, and it really just sums up his personality, and it's just one of those silly little moments in the show that I never forgot.
Funny. So next question. When we were doing the autograph signing earlier, I met some of your fans from other shows as well, and I would just like to know kind of what you think is different and unique about Hanazuki from other shows you've worked on.
This show is, really interesting because as Hanazuki, and we've talked about this a little bit before, I really get to experience every single emotion while playing this character, so that's a little different, because I think sometimes the characters I play are kind of not one-noted, but they're a character and they talk one way, but Hanazuki is just so, she's just so evolved with her emotions, and it's just fun to play this character.
So speaking of kind of different and unique, Megan, I'm sure most of you know, but Megan also oversees the My Little Pony storytelling. And very different worlds, but I'm curious to kind of get your POV on how they're similar, how they're different, and then just kind of how you tackle that challenge of putting on your Canterlot hat and then changing it to Hanazuki's crazy moon world.
Sure. I mean, I think one of the things that they have in common is that they both have these really great messages that I think are really positive and really good for the world, and I think that's what I like so much about working in high school and working on the shows that I do, is I think that's something that we're really proud of here. So I think that's a real similarity, and so I feel really good about they're two very different sort of messages. One that's really sexual focused, and this one that's really a little bit more about what's inside of you. But yeah, so I think that's a great similarity. And then the tone of this is very different. It's not that Pony is grounded in reality, because it's obviously a fantasy show as well. But I just love that you're not going to see this somewhere else. It's really unique. The world is really interesting. I think we're still figuring out the world and exploring the world. So I love that part of it. That it's quirky and weird, but grounded in something that I think is also really relatable. So yeah, sometimes it's hard to put the different hats on because they'll be like, wait, this is a unicorn too. But yeah, it's I'm able to sort of shift back and forth between the stories.
That's cool. And Megan, if you could tell us, because I know we've got some eager fans in here who love the story, love the characters, what is coming up next? What's immediately ahead of us for the story of Hanazuki?
Sure. So, I mean, I think through the course of season 1, it's really about Hanazuki discovering the world that the moon that she lives on, and finding out that she's not the only moonflower. So I think that's something that we'll kind of continue to do and see. She by the end of this season, she meets Kiyoshi and Moroshi, and she's met Kizuki, and so there may be some other moonflowers in her future that she might interact with as well.
Perfect.
And one of the other things that's coming out for Hanazuki is in October, for those of you who are fans of the My Little Pony movie, we will have an original short for Hanazuki in front of the My Little Pony movie. It's about a 5-minute story, unique story, for Hanazuki that will really, really be a special journey for her and a little yellow.
Yes, how could I, oh my gosh, see, this is when I have to put on the different
Yeah.
hats. Yeah, it's really amazing because, this is a show that is done in a certain style of animation, and we, to make this short, have to, really fuss it to make it, work on the big screen. So it's just gorgeous. It's super fun. It's super funny. I'm really proud of it. Everybody's really
So if you weren't already going to see the My Little Pony movie, go see the My Little Pony movie, and make sure you get there to see the short in front of the movie.
Yeah.
Super fun, super exciting. I've seen some clips of it. You guys are really gonna love it. Real quick, favorite character and why? Down the line.
Okay, I like Adolescent Jones. I just think he's so cute, he's so funny, and I love that he has like little cowboy boots. He's like a diamond with cowboy boots. Like he's awesome.
It was like, she was like, the selfie station sign is covering up his cowboy boots. I know, that's the best part. Megan, what about you?
I like Adolescence as well, just because I love how he always ends up singing like his lines. And like I like liking a song way more than a person should probably be just like so I guess I kind of relate to that in your weird way. And I think it's really funny. But obviously I love Hanazuki because I think she's such a great kind of role model.
I love Little Dreamer because I think that he is so fashion forward. Every episode he comes in an all new outfit, all new onesie, and they're reflective of what's going on in his imagination or in his dreams. And I think that there's something really cool about that character that really doesn't speak, but really he seems to be at the center of the universe, where he's always the one bringing the treasure and knows when Hanazuki needs it. So he has more power than any of us know yet, right? Or at least we think he does. And I think the mystery behind his character is what keeps me so intrigued and drawn to him.
I always say that one closet I must raid at some point, right? I think there's some cool outfits in there. So everyone loves toys, right?
Woo!
Everyone loves toys. Okay. So if you're not aware, they just started rolling out across the world. We're really excited about the toy line. So I'm going to ask Andrea to give us a quick overview of what we have out there, and then just tell us what your favorite item is.
Sure. So we all know that Hanazuki by now is a really moody girl. We like to say she's colorfully moody. And we too can be colorfully moody. And so what we created as a centerpiece of the line for Hanazuki was what we're calling the Mood Gleam Wearable. I see a few out there. Log on, sister. And turn them on. Yeah, and this is the Mood Gleam Wearable. And so essentially, for those of you who are old enough to remember, it's really a modern-day mood ring, right? It is, but it's your ability to customize with colorful mood-based treasures. So right now I've got orange on, and I've got purple. Purple is adventurous, orange is feeling a little wacky, but I can mix and match them. And so if I'm feeling scared, I can plug in my scared treasure, and my mood bracelet will reflect how it is that I'm feeling. So it's an outward way for me to represent to all of you how I'm feeling at this moment in time. And you can kind of bling it out with colorful treasures to sort of change out throughout the day depending on how you're feeling. So I love this, and what's also really great about it is it's connected to the Hanazuki app. So if you haven't downloaded the Hanazuki app, it's available on the App Store, both the Google Play Store and the iTunes or the Apple Store. But it's really fun gameplay, it's synced play, and you can level up by your treasures. And I'm also a really big fan of the Hemkras because they're so stinking cute. And their ears Velcro, so you can Velcro them together, you can daisy chain them. They have a little pocket in the back, so you can store your treasures. And everything comes with this little scannable code, so scan it into the app for surprises within the app.
Perfect. So you actually segued me perfectly. Thank you. I was going to say, I heard this rumor that every single thing in the toy line is connected to the app, or can be scanned in or connected to the app. Is that accurate?
Everything, and everything gives you sort of a level up within the app, or helps you progress through the app. You don't need the toy to get through the app, but certainly it helps get you further.
Perfect.
It's really fun. I have a daughter, and when I introduced her to it, now all the time she's like, how's my moon doing? I need your phone. I need to see how my moon is doing. It's really fun, and you can really make this really like your own sort of beautiful moon business world. So it's great.
One of the coolest things I think about the app too, just in case you guys aren't familiar, is that you can actually watch the content in the app. So you're playing on the app and then you can switch and watch some episodes and go back. So it's a real seamless, cool way to kind of immerse yourself into the brand. So, before we give away prizes, right? I said prizes. We want to open it up because I know we've got some really good, big fans in the room. And so, any questions for Andrea, Megan, or Jessica? Yeah.
So what was the decision? Like, why did you put it on YouTube instead of put it on TV?
Oh, that's a great question. So YouTube obviously is just the most modern platform for the audience today, right? I think like if you think about kids growing up, that they're gravitating to YouTube before they're going anywhere else. So it felt like a native platform. You can watch it anytime, anywhere. And we really just felt like it was the right home to launch this brand. Great question, and absolutely.
You are a businesswoman in the making. You got good ideas, my friend. What else?
This is kind of a strange question, but have you ever thought of like branding this toward people with like autism that like can't have trouble like figuring out what their emotions are? Because there's this thing where it's a chart where like what number you are, and I think this would be a much better thing than like I'm a number 3, I'm a 5.
You're actually not the first person to ask us that question. I actually think it's a great question, and we at Hasbro do work with many organizations to look for ways to incorporate our brands and our product into learning tools for all sorts of opportunities like that.
That's a great question. What else? You got the voice of Hanazuki in the room. You got the director of the story. Yep.
Well, follow up to the last question. Do you have any intention on bringing this to bigger groups of people, potentially schools or other organizations that do support social and emotional learning for kids?
We're just getting started with the brand, and so I think that there's a lot of opportunity ahead for us. That it's a great idea. Well, we can talk.
Yeah, I do think that's what makes it so special. It is learning about emotions and your EQ being as important as your IQ is really key. But being able to package that in a way that's super fun, that doesn't feel like a lesson. It's not too after school special. It's wacky and fun. I think that's one of the things that we love about it. So I'll hear that someone who would want that for education purposes.
So Megan, I'm actually gonna, ask you an off-the-cuff question on that. I think you can do it. Don't worry. So speaking of that, when I started working on the brand, internally there was just kind of some nervousness about presenting, what moods can sometimes be perceived as more negative. So how did you guys tackle that?
It's really having the point of view that that's not true. That the world tries to tell us that is true, and it especially tries to tell girls that being, you're too emotional, and that's a negative, and that's not true. And so it was really having that point of view going in, and really as we do these episodes, showing this range of emotion and showing how expressing these emotions actually helps Hanazuki stay today, helps her have better relationships with her friends. It's really showcasing that in every episode, even if she's sad or even if she gets feisty or even if she's afraid, there's actually a positive outcome that comes from the fact that she expresses.
What other questions? Go ahead. Oh, sorry.
I have a lot of questions about I'll pick one. Okay, so at one point in the show, Hanazuki mentioned that she and Kiyoshi and Hiroshi were like part of like a team that like tried to like defend like other moves. Are we gonna hear more about that in the second season?
Maybe.
Oh, right, I'm sorry, that was.
And you had a question, Craig?
You actually asked it.
Okay. Behind you?
Any chance for like a full-length movie feature?
We would love that.
I think I saw a question in the back, maybe. Yep.
Can anyone else plan a treasure tree?
Can anyone else plant treasure trees? That's a good question. So, yeah, but if you can activate your so if you're not, if for anybody that's not familiar, Little Dreamer delivers these treasures, and when you have an authentic mood, they change color, and you're able to plant them and grow these trees to reflect that. So it's all about if you're a moonflower who embraces how you feel, shows how you feel, and is authentic about that feeling. You're not like, I'm so happy right now, but really you're not. Then yes, then you have the power to do that. Because one of the things that we want to say with the show is that this is sort of representative of being like a real person in the real world, that everybody actually has this superpower in the real world. So we want to see that with our characters, our moonflowers in the show. Moonflowers can. Yeah, the moonflowers can.
Go ahead.
First, I wanted to say thank you for giving Kiyoshi the little unicorns. I thought they were super cute.
I have to put unicorns in everything.
They were super cute, and it was nice to see that like a boy character could have little unicorns, because that's not something we typically get to see. The question I had though was, are we gonna see any Hanazuki merchandise?
You might too.
If we were to tell you, we might lose our job. I'm curious, what are some of y'all's favorite characters? Does anyone want to share? Go ahead.
I do like Little Dreamers, definitely one of my favorite characters, but I really like Moroshi and his Flochies. I just like how he's just so like cool about everything. Sometimes it's kind of not cool because when things are serious, he like can't be serious like at all.
Yeah.
But I love like how his Flochies like are just so representative like how he feels, like how the way that they move is like so great. And then there's Wander, who just like does her own thing, and I just love her.
Yeah, she's a lot of fun, and I really like Synopsis does such a fantastic job. That's who partners in animating the show, and they really are so good about it, with how expressive like this character can be, and how expressive the Flochies can be, just through their movement and everything.
Go ahead.
I would definitely have to say Hanazuki's my favorite because a similar reason to what you said earlier, because she's just so unashamed of whatever she's feeling, and she takes the time to kind of understand it, and that's something that I'm really glad that kids are able to see presented in such a creative, fun way, and I admittedly only started watching yesterday because she introduced me, but I'm mostly through season 1, and I have absolutely loved how Hanazuki has handled everything, how the whole world is being handled. So she just immediately captured my attention, and yeah.
That's awesome because that's what we were going for.
Yeah.